Hello there, and welcome back to the Sir Eta Alpha's mini-series Echoes of Austria after the short break. Previously, we were talking about the Ottoman incursions in Austria, the birthplace of Liechtensteins, and the origins of Santa Claus. But in future episodes, we want to include more special topics apart from the historical timeline. From now on, our videos will be exclusively on YouTube, but we will upload snippets on our Sir Eta Alpha Instagram, where you can ask questions and we will answer them. Today's topic is Austria's experiences in Napoleonic Wars. As you can see, we are in the middle of nowhere, but actually behind me, that is a site when Napoleon, the Nightmare of Europe, was defeated on land for the first time on European soil. But first we have to go back to 1793. France, where there is a big revolution ongoing. The monarchs Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI are executed by the guillotine. The Austria gets drawn into a war with the new French Republic, and from the Austrian side, winning this war should have been relatively easy. The French army was in disarray, the political command was decentralized, and there were many rebellions siding with nobles within France. But French had a new upcoming general named Napoleon Bonaparte, who won extraordinary battles such as Battle of Marengo in 1800s Italy, and year after Austrians were forced to withdraw from the war. 4 years later in 1805 Austrians went and declared war against France, but they got defeated at Ulm, where their whole army got encircled. A couple of days later Vienna fell to the French, and then Napoleon won magnificent battle at Austerlitz. After the humiliations and defeats, Austrians yet again declared war on Napoleon in 1809. Initially, they went on offensive, but French forces quickly managed to reorganize and counterattack, forcing Austrians to retreat to Vienna, and eventually Vienna itself would fall again to the Napoleon's forces. But Austrian army did not disintegrate. They reorganized under the leadership of Archduke Karl on the northern sides of Vienna at the fields of Aspern. The battle itself was very bloody, and it included desperate fighting from the both sides. Initially, the French forces took key positions all over the fields, and Austrians attacked desperately. They almost won, but in the end failed. On the second day, it was the French who went on the offensive and almost broke the Austrian army in the center. But at this moment, Archduke Karl managed to pick up the banner in the middle of the battle and motivated his army to stay, not to rout, no retreat. Eventually, the Austrian army would hold its ground against Napoleon, and Napoleon, due to logistical problems on Danube and the lack of bridges, issued the order to retreat, and thus Austrians won the Battle of Aspern. Even with the bloody victory at the Battle of Aspern, where 43,000 casualties were suffered from the both sides combined, Austria still managed to lose the war. Napoleon, now frustrated, forced Austria to join the continental system and married the daughter of the Emperor Francis I, Maria Louise, to secure and legitimize his lineage and his dynasty. Now Austria would change its tactics under the supervision of a diplomat named Clemens Metternich. He would tread carefully between Napoleon and the coalition powers such as Prussia, Russia, and Great Britain. After the disastrous French campaigns in Russia, Austria managed to break away from the French influence and join the coalition and ensured the defeat of Napoleon. This is one of the small monuments designed to remember the Battle of Aspern and all those who died there. Behind you is a gravestone for French soldiers, and also there is a statue of lion, crying lion, grieving the fallen Austrian soldiers, but unfortunately it is under the renovations. Yet Metternich would play a bigger role in post-Napoleon European world order. He was one of the key figureheads behind the Congress of Vienna, which took place in 1815 in Hofburg Palace, which is situated behind me. where in this Congress, states agreed to create a new international order based on balance of power principles and prevention of new revolutionary movements that could destabilize the old monarchies. But this Metternich system would slowly crumble under the pressures of 1848 revolutions and the state ambitions. Thanks for watching our latest episode about the Austrian experiences in the Napoleonic Wars. As you can see, we are still at the Aspern fields, standing on a bridge, unlike the French and Napoleon's army. So yeah, thank you and goodbye.